Good morning, everyone. Very good morning. Shall we begin the session? Yeah, today's topic is a design of the database. So what all experiment we have done, what all points we have considered out for making the database systems that includes the Access and the SQL. And the requirement is that it exists a JDBC driver for the separate platform used. And in this session, we are going to use the MS Access that is going to plan out, that is going to use with the tables and the column that will be given over here. Yes. Now the design of the database that includes what all experiment we have done, what all tables and the column we have done in this, what corresponding variable we have taken out, but each row is a recording of the event, that each column contains the event value for the variable represented. So four tables are represented with this group, with this experiment, that is the course, charts, form 1, form 2, and course includes the participant, fact, chart includes the chart, fact type and the URL, and the participant includes the participant, day, hour, minute, host, gender, age, subject, resident, keyword. Then form 2 includes participant, chart, weight, fact type, unit, topic, measure, and that will be responsible, that will be used with the standard form. So this is, we can say this will be categorized with the start form, end form. Then the names are given in the parentheses, that are the column variables of the respective tables. So we have all the variables that will be represented. That means they have been combined to give a wide empirical description of the participant and give his or her demographic attributes as well as his or her interaction with the experimental system. And this will be used to, or table 1 is used to make the, or to keep track of the facts represented for each participant to avoid that he or she is exposed to the same facts more than once. And each participant is also identified by internal identifier participant, which is kept during the session in order to make the representations, in order to make the presentations and the responses much more connectable during the analysis. And the second table, that is also a listing of the facts represented or presented in the gallery. So these are the 25 facts that are all presented by a three different presentations, and the table has a 75 rows, each with a distinct chart number, reference to the fact represented, and each one have a different types of the presentation and the pointer to the chart images in the gallery. That is also given for the random drawing, that is also given for the representation, and the link to the gallery that images has to provide. Then form 1 is used for the recording when the participant joins the experiment, that is the date, hour, minute, as well as his demographic data values for their attribute, gender, age group, professional background, country of the resident. And the last table in the main table in which the feedback from the participants for which it is saved, for which it is occupied. Yeah, on that time it is used as a participant, the chart topic that is perceived by the participant, but it can also be used as a single or the multiple time category, that start time, end time, and they are also used with the variables for which the time is needed to complete the form. Now, how to design, or what is the design of the dynamic web pages? So the design of the web process is to be completed as six main templates, of which some have attached template for the background processing. Now, what we are going to do, opening the page, explaining the application and a login form, demographic form, first chart display, perception report form, next chart display, thanks for participating. So these are the six templates, these are the six criteria by which we can use, by which we can explain the application and the login form. In addition to these templates, application.cfm template also setting the session management that must be created for specification of the persistent session variables. And the variable session.data sources are also set in this template. So how to open this template? How to open a page? First template, that is the index.cfm, opens the experiment for the participants. That explains the application and that asks the participant for his or her keyword. And then keyword is not a password but simply a means for recording to which recruitment group the participant belongs. And that also contains a small form which is used to record the participant's keys. And in other application we can use the key CF, and when the form is submitted, the control is transferred to the template form1.cfm. So first line is the index.cfm, then there is a P. There is a relatively long introduction of the application which has a little relevance for the implementation. So you can read the full text in the application example. Then action is form1.cfm, and the method is post. Then again there is a P. So if you wish to participate, please type your keywords. Then type is text, name is keyword, value is this one. And click on the button, then P will be closed. Then input type submit, name response, value participate. And go to the URL, that is the referred URL that will be given over here. So this will be used to make the understanding of the visitors that will offer the option to cancel his or her participant as given over here. Yes. So that will be implemented. It is introductory phase that will be occupied with the demographic page. And there is a demographic page. Before starting to the read to the demographic data, it is important to give the participants an indication permitting to recognize his or her time that is written over here. And with the use of these cookies, with this market participation, so some other people do not permit their browsers to accept the cookie. So we use another techniques in this experiment. And as soon as the visitor has decided to participate, the control goes to the template form1.cfm. And this participant is also assigned an internal identifier, that is a session.participant computed from the time the form was processed by the server. And a simple time identifier can be used, but in this session we compute the identifier from scratch to demonstrate the principle in detail. That will be given, that will be assigned identifier, and the few other variables are also set to the last through the sessions. So IP number of the client, keyword whichever is required, saved in the database. So that follows the demographic form, that follows the background to accept the or about the participant. So everyone takes the advantage that how possible it is using, how long it is using for the template. This is a form1.cfm, cf set, session.participant, seconds now, 16 minutes now, then 60 into 60 into 24, then day, then these months will be carried out. So this will be used as a 99 as the information. Then cf set, session.day, date format now, and CGI remote address. So this session keyword has have a part that is a form.keyword, and there is a H2 demographic form, H2 and then B, then BR will be closed over here. This information that gives you on the form is used to classifying your answer about the preparation, about the categories such as the male, female, age group, and that will be used to identify that how we are giving to reply on these options and also display their selection. That will be given with the form action this one, method this one, then table tr td, and the same that has been gone for the option value, for the select name, for the male, female, unanswered, td will be closed, sr will be closed, tr will be closed. Now we are using again the select name age. So option value is 0, unanswered, 1, 19 years or less, 20 or 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 49, and 50 or more. So these are the various categories of the result. These are the various categories of the PPTs that will be prepared over here. Now these are the other categories that will look up. So next part that is given over here is the option value, unanswered. Then there is a value 1, humanity, then social science, life sciences, natural science. And then there is a life science that includes the natural sciences also, including the engineering, including the construction, that have agriculture, that have fisheries, that have industry. In this business, we are going to catch up, we are going to use with the services, we are going to use in the matter that includes the work to be followed up. And there is a central and the local government and the other that will be prepared over here. So these government agencies have been filled up, have been used to make the content flow that will be assigned to the relevant feature, that will be assigned to the main feature, then the agriculture, fisheries, and then business entities. And these services, these automatic captures that will be available to make the business entities, to make the control flow. So these are available at the home, these are available at the path we can use. So we can use this path into the material by which we can segregate, by which we can use, how it will be used, how it will be done, and why it will be done. So these are the option values that will be given with over here. And again there is a select tr, td, td will be closed, then name, that is a resident, then option value, 0, unanswered, 10 mark, no pay, sweater. So these are the various few answers that will be declared over here. And then another European countries are also done over here, the United States, other countries, TD, then table, TR. And if you want to continue, then click on this button. If there is some make value, continue. These are the few buttons that will be available, that is given as a flow. So it will be given as a button, it will be given as a flow that will be available, that will be used as a random opportunities. So this is the font color is red, then it is compiled over